best thing about my Falcon career is it got me to Green Bay.
I'm the one that picked you up.
You and I said we go back longer than anyone.
Yeah.
Because the first day.
I picked you up at the airport.
And you and I, you would pull out tape for me. I mean, you were always a tape rat. I mean, you would soak it up. And you were coaching receivers. And you're right. You picked me up. You would, hey, here's some tape.
Now, I want you to just take a look at this throw. You can see it's August 3rd. It's 1992. Everybody has this tape, Favre. You'd come down here to one-on-one, and look at this drop. I mean, you take a 5-step one-hitch delivery, and look at the follow-through. I mean, you look like Nolan Ryan. I mean, boom! I mean, this is not West Coast offense.
No.
This is...
I should have probably taken a little off of it.
But, I mean, look at that. So Holmgren would start yelling at me, hey, put all the drops on a reel. This is my friend Jamie Holland out of Ohio State. He's trying to make the team. He's running a speed move on a dig. Look at the follow through. It's like the 9th inning, man.
Yeah.
Watch this ball. Look at Robert Brooks, my rookie split end down here out of South Carolina. You broke 2 of his fingers on this dig route. I mean, look at you throwing, man. I mean, these are not normal West Coast dig routes here.
No.
Well, look at the throw. I mean, my guy's getting his head out of the break, and this ball's coming in there like Goose Gossage or something, man. Remember Bill Schrader?
I do.
I mean, Bill, we had to pull the laces out of his chest between practices. Were you? Has there ever been an arm like this? I mean, I coached Jeff George. He was a #1 pick. I had Randall Cunningham, but these balls, doink. I mean,
they got on you quick. I'd admit that. Yeah.
What?
But honestly, my philosophy kind of back then was, and this is crazy, but I was thinking, I got to do something that people go, wow.
Yeah.
And if I just touch it on in there, anybody can do that.
That was your thinking?
That was my thinking.
So you weren't trying to get me fired every time you came down.
I wasn't trying to get, I wanted to, and I tell people this all the time. When I went out to practice, I wanted to wow people every time. Mm-hmm. And right or wrong, that's what I was trying to do. As far back as I can remember, when I went out to practice, every throw that I made, I wanted it to be the best throw you've ever seen. I never took that for granted.
Well, the arm strength earlier in your career, while you were learning this system, you knew you had a couple things. You had an arm strength that was unlike anybody else's,
right,
and you had football instincts.
Yeah,
and
it got me by.
Nikowski appears hurt. I think that might be it for him today. And in comes Brett Favre. Brett Favre will be the next quarterback. Favre throws down the middle and has a touchdown. Outstanding drive by Brett Favre.
The Packers get it back, trailing by 6.
Favre has his work cut out for him today.
I'll be honest with you. I thought, this is perfect. This is perfect. And it's funny, I played 20 years, the latter part of my career. And like when I went to Minnesota, I was in a similar situation against San Francisco. First home game in Minnesota, but I'm a lot older. And I remember running out on the field going, oh, we're here. I'm like, great situation. Couldn't ask for a better situation. So, see how much you change over the years. I thought, what's the big deal? There's a lot to be said for that way of thinking rather than the other, seeing it as a coach. You know what you're up against. I didn't care.
Now, I got 100 years of this cut up, and normally the quarterbacks throw it right there and get the drill started. But not Brett Favre. He's going to throw it between the corner and the safety into cover 2. And you're throwing that javelin Goose Gossage ball that you threw on the practice field. Watch his arm strength. Watch this. It breaks Sterling Sharp's ribs, I think. He goes down.
I think he's out now.
He's out. He can't finish a game. 19 seconds left. Sorry for the blurry tape, but it is 1992. We called the same play.
And they played the same coverage.
And you threw it to the same place.
The most accurate throw on the day by Brett Favre. If you get any air into the ball, the safety comes over and breaks the play up. And he knew that he pulled the trigger on that one.
You froze this on a rope, didn't you?
I did.
Huh?
I did.
Kendrick Taylor. Remember this?
I knew when I looked at that safety. I was thinking in my mind, he hadn't seen an arm like this. A safety's probably thinking they won't even attempt this throw. And Ty Detmer is funny because, like in meetings the next week, he's like, "Why would you make that throw?" And I said, "Because I can."
So he said.
Well, he was like, I said, well, "You wouldn't?" He goes, "No, I know my limitations." Maybe there were times I probably should have known my limitations, but I felt like there was nothing I couldn't get in there.
Where's Chris Sims? Chris Sims! Tell him he's up.
I got married right before the season started in July. So I didn't have a chance to go on a honeymoon with my wife. So we always said we'd do it after the season. I tell him in April, I'm going to go to Italy with my wife for 2 weeks. Oh, no problem. Oh, Chris, yeah, it's all good, right. I go, and about day 7, I got a voicemail. "Hey, man, hope it's all going good. Just checking in on you. I thought, wow, that's really cool. Next day, I get done like sightseeing with the wife. Again, Jon Gruden. I mean, what's going on? Are you guys canoeing back from Italy? I mean, when are you going to be here?
Making you nervous, aren't I?
I felt the pressure, and we were on the island of Capri. I told my wife, I was like, let's go. I was like, it's over.
Now you're playing.
I came back, and, he still gave me crap.
Damn, Chris, what day are we living in?
He's a psycho. He's a true psycho.
Done with that guy.
But a mad scientist psycho. Loves football.
I love it, man. You love football, don't you? You like football? Yes, sir. Love it. Yeah? You gonna work at it, or you just gonna watch it? Scratching yourself, watching TV.
I remember I had gotten in early to the office one time. It was about 4:45, and he had already been going, and he says, "You probably need to get on my level and get in here a little bit earlier." And then when I actually did, I think I actually pissed him off.
Scare him to death! Ah! You throwing it like screaming. Were you screaming when you threw it? Ho, 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 ho! Santa Claus is here, huddle up! Don't give them nothing now! Let's go! Let's go! Call my brother and see how they do it in arena football.
You don't want to mic him up. There's only so many things you can use.
Throw the go route. End their misery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't force sand up a flea's ass.
He's always kind of been a whiner.
How the hell you call that? Well, call it on Tom Brady, will ya?
Even when he was little, if he didn't get his own way, he'd call me names or spit on me or something like that.
Come on, be a little bit more like me. Be a little bit of a jerk. Yep. I got a reputation to try and live up to also. Regular. I mean, I am one hot mother.
But there's also the nice, pleasant John side, the TV guy, the happy-go-lucky guy.
I love it. I sit in my office and I just shake. I get so excited. Mosh pit. It's okay. It's all right. Is that what you want to hear? You gotta know one thing, man. This is the last shot right here. You know what I'm saying? And you're either gonna explode onto the scene, or you're just gonna be like a. If you're nice to these guys, that doesn't work either. You might as well be an ass. This is exactly what I am. Huh? Look at a cartoon. Boom, boom, boom! Get out! Bang! Yeah! Knock on wood if you're with me. Come on, I gotta take a leak. Brother.
How are your travels, man?
Well, Sean and I have been good friends for a long time.
In 1997, I got hired to be the quarterback coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, and John was the offensive coordinator. That was really the first time I got an opportunity to coach in the NFL.
Sean was a young, up-and-coming guy. I was just getting started as an offensive coordinator, and we pushed each other.
I can recall those early months in Philly. You'd get to the office at 5 o'clock in the morning, and he'd been there for an hour. And now you're seeing, how guys like Jon Gruden work at what they're doing. And you're exposed really to a lot of new ideas and thoughts. And so it became invaluable for me, especially as a young coach.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for letting me come here. And we've been cutting up the Saints, man, for the last 6 weeks. I just want to replay a little bit of what happened this past season. Starts off here, you're playing the Detroit Lions. Drew, you threw, I don't know how many touchdown passes you threw in this game. But how do you pull this off? What are the keys to being good at this?
Well,
I think it's really just having confidence, understanding that, hey, there's going to be times where you're going to have to step up with a wide rush, or you might have to slide and move around a guy like right there with the inside move on the left tackle. Or, hey, there's going to be penetration. A guy might get to you, but you just have to find a way to buy a little bit of time and deliver the ball down the field accurately.
Because I wasn't sure if it was some drill that you came up with, Coach Payton, that maybe you could teach me. Because this is Sean Payton right here, Drew, back in Philadelphia when he was in better shape. I thought maybe you were going back to your old school drills. Are you chasing Breeze around like you did in Philly?
Is that Coy Detmer?
I mean, look at the burst I had, Drew.
Yeah.
But this is back when a lot of people weren't worried about our drills.
When you guys go to Philadelphia now in week 2, you see Ron Jaworski leading the Eagles out here. He's in his Eagles suit right here. One thing I noticed is their defensive backs were wearing masks. Is that because they were worried about getting shredded by you guys? Or have you ever seen a DB wear masks?
Number 75, the right guard. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. It drives me crazy.
But if you guys do throw a flag, the film guy, he'll film the flag, and then he'll go right to you, and you'll be able to give some practice on your,
Everything's changed. Speed of the game has changed. Shotgun formations.
What do you think of the Wildcat?
I love it. That's all I've been doing lately is studying the Wildcat, the spread options.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown!
We have got us one fun football team to watch. Sid Gilman had this quote, I want the big play. I'm not going to stay up all damn night trying to figure out how to gain 3 yards.
That
sounds like Sid, huh?
Yeah, I agree with him. There's a lot, I think, coming with what the NFL saw in the Wildcat last year. You're going to see guys actually throw the ball from the Wildcat, which is going to make things real interesting for some of the defenses in football.
Holy smoke, 2 quarterbacks play pitch and catch, and Seneca goes upfield for a big gain.
Let's think of Monday Night Football. You guys, give me some on that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good first year.
I have a thing I believe called the Jokers. And they're players, they're football players, offensive guys that are good in any hand. You got a guy like Shockey that can line up over there as a wide receiver and make these back shoulder catches. A guy that can handle the audible game and can run a slant route. I mean, that's a tight end at 260 pounds against a linebacker. And then I see him in there as a tight end. He's pass protecting, Drew. And then I look over here, and you got Reggie Bush out here, and you throw him a back shoulder fade. That's a running back making that kind of catch. Boy, you guys tick me off with all these jokers.
You get those guys in space in one-on-one matchups, and they become a big-time matchup advantage for us. And it's something that teams have to worry about where those guys are going to be, especially when you start detaching them from the formation.
I mean, look at these guys, Sean. They're like, hey, I don't got that joker. You got that joker.
I know this. A smart coach once told me if I take one of these jokers and put him outside a receiver, I'm going to give the quarterback some information, man or zone. And I think when you put Shockey outside of an X, or you take Reggie Bush in your base offense and put him outside of a Z, then he's going to get some information right away. And if the big guys go out with him, it's probably man-to-man. And if the cornerbacks bump, it's probably zone.
Hot would be this right here.
Why don't you make a big note of that right there? Hot.
Well, we should be, if we see it, we should be able to move our protection that way. So we wouldn't need the hot.
Well, if the dog had, caught the rabbit, right? I don't want to hear that stuff. Who's hot?
Hot is the bubble.
How do you stay so calm all the time, man? Does anything irritate you?
No. Losing does.
Does this bother you?
Does it bother you?
Yeah, I don't know. You're starting to bother me. How about this? You remember when you came out of the tunnel against Michigan State?
Yeah.
That might have been the worst ensemble in the history of Oregon. I worried about you guys when you came out, 4 grown men wearing all yellow holding hands. I thought you guys were in trouble. So I'm watching Oregon. You got your yellow uniforms, your yellow socks, your yellow face masks, and you're getting smashed like a banana. Look at you. I loved it. I started rooting against you just because you wore these uniforms.
Just because we wore yellow?
They deserve to lose wearing that fluorescent yellow. So it's not looking good. We're down by 9 points. 3rd and 11, third quarter, 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
One of the signature plays of your career. It was bubble wide over, wasn't it? I can still see the coach at Michigan State. Look at him. Hey, watch that bubble wide over. They knew it was coming. They had the right blitz called. And, I mean, you're running bubble wide over. The bubble's on your right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my hot.
And what'd they do? They brought two.
Should have thrown my hot.
Circle the hot right there. You just went through the thing on the board, Marcus. Why didn't you throw it hot? You gonna take a 5th sack?
No.
Man, you make one hell of a play here. Hell of a play right here. What did Coach Elfrich say to you? You missed the hot?
Throw the hot, yeah.
Today you're going to get one of my favorite plays, Spider 2Y banana. I'm going to tag it with Z over, but I want to run it from strong right slot, Z right. So real quick, I'm just going to show you a simple play that everybody runs. We can run it in the short yardage. We can run it in goal line. We won't shift today.
Yep.
We're going to put the tight end to the right. This is going to be strong right. The fullback is going to line up in a strong position. You got me?
Yep.
Strong right. The tight end goes to the right. Fullback's in a strong position. So that's strong right.
Yep.
Slot tells the receivers the Z and the X to go away from the call. So I got to say strong right slot.
Yep.
And I'm going to tag it with Z right. Might give you Jerry Rice or Tim Brown. We might want to bring the Z in motion to the right. So a strong right slot, Z right. The protection is Spider 2. I want a full slide to tackle, the guard, the center. We're all going to slide hard to our left on Spider 2.
Yep.
And the back goes to the right. You with me? Both backs.
Yep.
What I love to see this fullback do is attack that edge rusher like he's cutting them.
Yep.
He's going to bluff them right into the flat, 1 to 2 yards deep. And the tailback, he is going to take over the defensive end. He's going to cut his outside thigh board.
Yep.
You with me?
Yep.
Fullback's going to bluff him. He's the primary receiver in the flat. You're going to reverse out, take a 6-step setup, and you're throwing the ball to the fullback on Spider 2Y banana.
Yep.
Y banana, 8 to 10 yards, depending how clean he gets off. Today we're going to run him on a corner route. Okay?
Yep.
I don't even want to consider him. I'm going to make him an alert. That corner peeks in the backfield. Got to be clean. I really want to be thinking fullback. The Z's going to come across. We're going to snap this 3 or 4 yards outside the tight end. Tight end's going to go first. Z's going to go second. He's going to run a 6 to 8 yard depth setting shallow cross. He is not even part of this. He's a diversion.
Yep.
Sometimes against man-to-man, we get a natural pick and get the fullback in the flat.
Yep.
But I want a 6-step reverse pivot, hit the fullback. Then on the back side, my X is running a 4 to 6 yard shallow cross, and he is going to stay on the move. He's not going to read it.
Yep.
So ideally, it's a reverse pivot, hit the fullback number 1, hit the backside shallow cross number 2. The tight end is an alert on the corner route.
Yep.
We're going to call this strong right slot.
2 right.
Z right.
Spider 2.
Spider 2, Y banana, Z over. And you're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life. Like it's, oh man, strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2, Y banana, Z over. It's not going to be, hey, strong right, Z right. I can't wait to get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2, Y banana, Z over. Let's give it a shot here. Here we go.
Hold on. Here we go. We got strong right slot, Z right, Spider 2, Y banana, Z over, and 1-on-1. Ready?
Quickly, we're late.
I'm under.
Z right.
Son.
Good. Very nice. Huddle up, Stamp. Here you go, Marcus. Hey, here's what I'd like to try. We're going to try to put one foot with the other now. It's called the same play from the same formation. Let's go on one.
Yep.
Let's use that new West Coast free kick. Snap. Oh, no. 5 and a hitch. Oh! Hey, bring it up, man. Bring it up.
Sit around in my room here. I was
So happy to see this. Le'Veon who?
Yeah.
Say whatever you want about all the football stats and all the fantasy bullshit. The one thing I always loved about this guy is he'll ring your what?
Bell.
He will ring your bell, man. Poof! I love that. Danny who?
Woodhead.
Danny Woodhead. All right. What college does Woodhead come out of, Josh Jacobs? God, everybody knows where Woodhead is from. Where's he from, Jalen? Jesus, Butterbean. Where's he from, DeAndre? He's from Shadron State, don't you know? Shadron State taught him how to pick up blitzes. Let's hear it for Danny Woodhead. Where's he from?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love football.
Yeah.
Love you, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. We're getting better.
Yeah.
You feel it?
I do.
You know?
Move it back! Huddle up! Huddle up!
Body language is all I care about. Listen to me. These are long games. Okay, trust me. Body language.
Yes, sir.
Okay, body language. We made a mistake. Get.
Yeah.
You want to take it? Do you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Here's what I was thinking, just so you know.
Can we go first, though?
No.
What offense?
What do you think here? Do you think you're running the show here?
Bang, 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 bang. It's a lot of situations here.
Hey, let's dress this up, man. Let's dress it up. Don't get bored with success. Don't do it. All right? You can complete every pass. You can complete them all. I'm telling you. All right? No, it's never been done before.
Yep.
Right now, you hit 7 in a row. Keep it going. Stay alive now.
Nice job! Out of the way! I like your attitude in terms of the way you approach this practice. It wasn't fluid. The waters weren't steady. But, man, sometimes our journey going to be like that.
Than anything, I want better execution. Are we clear on that? I want better fucking execution. I want you to get a little bit pissed off. All right, not a lot of people expect very much from us. Do they? Do they? You've been reading about us? Not a lot of people expect enough from us. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of reading about it. It's time for you to stick your foot up somebody's ass, man. I'm looking for relentless, every situation strain. I want everybody to pick it up tonight.
Hey, listen, I don't have a disco in here. I don't have a disco. Well, let's all start dancing. Hey, say this, man. I'm 56 years old. That's the most fun I've ever had tonight, man. I am so proud of you. You have no idea. I mean, we've been through a roller coaster already, but what you proved today is one thing. You can beat anybody, anywhere, on any time zone. You we're going to have a great flight home. We have some injuries. I want everybody to have a great bye week. You have the whole week off.
Love y'all, man, so much. Now let's get home. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
You like football?
Hey, you like football? All right, good. I love it. That's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
You made me do it.
Nathan Peterman of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
How's it going, Coach?
He's a redshirt senior. He's not some 18-year-old kid. You're a man of faith. You have multiple degrees. Man, you're buttoned all the way up, man.
Jon Gruden is the fiery guy. He loves football. I mean, kind of lives and dies for it. I think I'm pretty excited to try to get my game a little bit better.
This is called an American huddle right here. A lot of people don't even know you were at Tuesday. You made the successful transfer. You've been in multiple systems. We can call any play we want with you.
Yes, sir.
West right slot, 97 Wanda on one-on-one.
He just reminds me of an NFL quarterback. He's just a consistent, down-to-down performer. You can't go broke making a profit, and that's what you're going to get with Peterman. You got to talk to me like I'm from Dayton. I don't have the clout you have.
The world needs to know about Nathan Peterman because I'm a guy that loves football, loves God, and I'm just out here trying to play a game that I love and do it for, a calling that I feel is my own.
Peterman of the Pittsburgh Panthers. That's not easy to say, man. Jacksonville, Florida. You were this hot shot kid coming out of Jacksonville, the hottest thing since Tim Tebow. You really grew up following and took a lot of interest in this Tim Tebow. Why is that?
I did, yeah. He's from Jacksonville. We actually went to rival high schools, not at the same time, obviously, but I love what he stands for off the field and on the field. And you can see, I mean, his competitive drive, his leadership. And then, off the field, I think, just we have this similar beliefs and love everything about him.
In terms of leadership, there's a lot of great qualities, I'm sure, that can help you with your teammates, right?
To serve guys, to let them know that you care for them, and that you just want to win also, more than anything. I think that's something that really translates a lot to guys, and, they respond well to it.
You've been through a lot in your football career. A lot of people don't even know you were at Tennessee, coming out of the Big T. I mean, you walked in there as a redshirt freshman, and you're not playing. You're starting games. Do you remember these days?
I think with Tennessee, this kind of started off a lot of adversity for me, and I really wouldn't have had it any other way, because I think those things formed me, made me who I am.
You wonder how long would Butch stick with Peterman?
I like talking about adversity.
Yeah.
I think it separates the great ones,
Through anything that goes wrong or right, you're just going to stay even-keeled and just keep playing and keep, grinding. And I think that's, something I definitely take with me, because the quarterback position, there's so many ups and downs.
We got a new quarterback in for Tennessee. Peterman went, and now Dobbs gets his turn.
What happened at the end when they decided they were going to go with Dobbs? And you're a graduate of the University of Tennessee. They found their quarterback, and now you're...
Yes, sir.
Why don't you just quit after Tennessee? I mean, heck, that's 3 years of that. I mean, I had enough.
A lot of people thought I would quit, even thought I would quit after that Florida game. It wasn't about showing other people, but I think just showing myself that I was going to be who I said I was and get through all those tough times. And I just really wanted another opportunity. I wanted, maybe an offense that might have fit me a little bit better. Even if I didn't start the first game, I knew that my opportunity was going to come, and when it did, I needed to capitalize on it.
So I do my research. You have a communications degree, and you're at Pitt. And tell me about this MBA. What does that mean?
Master's of Business, and man, it was tough to get it. Certainly a continued grind with football, with school, all those things. So definitely glad I can say I'm an MBA grad from Pitt, and Katz graduate school is pretty cool.
Man, you're buttoned all the way up, man. You must be taking some tough classes. I've been watching. Look, what do you do? To prepare for your classes. What are you doing, man?
Little trick shot video.
What is this? Is this your wife?
This is my wife.
Morgan?
This is Morgan, yeah.
She's a soccer player?
She's a real athlete of the family,
and
yeah.
She probably thought of this one here, huh? Kick the ball up
She
in
did,
there.
yep.
Where's this? At some...
This is Point Park right here. This is the point right across from the Heinz Field right here.
How far a throw is that?
This was a good distance. This one was probably the shortest amount of takes, actually, too. It was cool.
And what'd you do to decide to jump in the lake?
We had to spice the video up a little bit.
Who the hell is this guy?
My left tackle. He's my guy.
And
so talk about trust. I mean, I got to trust him, but
it's unbelievable. I've never
seen
this.
Me too.
Are you going to have a trick shot for me today?
I didn't know it was calling for that, but you got to have one.
I would allow you to throw this at me, but you might hit me in the head on purpose. Ready? What time? Buccaneers, man. Ready? What is time? Oh, yeah. What is time? That's awesome, man, if you can do that. If you can make these kind of throws, hitting bottles off of guys' heads, I think we should turn up the level of expectations with you in terms of, I really do. I believe that.
Yes, sir.
Because, I think you're different. You're a man of faith. You have multiple degrees. Mm-hmm. You're obviously a very accurate passer. You made the successful transfer, and you've been in multiple systems. Mm-hmm. When you transfer, you got to go to a new city. You got to meet new friends, right?
Yep.
You got to enroll in a new school, and you got to learn a new offense. That's hard to do, man. And assert yourself as a quarterback and be a leader of the team. How did you do it? What were the keys?
Man, I think, first of all, it's not going to be easy. You hit it right on the head. I mean, where I should be settling in somewhere and kind of being an established guy, I'm the new guy now. So, the perseverance, I think, is the biggest thing, man. And just, I got great teammates right there. Guys that out of anybody I've ever been around, they love to play the game, man, those guys at Pitt. So that was great to have a team like that, man. I enjoyed it.
as you guys are getting momentum. You got a first-year head coach, right?
Yes, sir.
Narduzzi.
That's right.
Okay, he comes in from Michigan State. They got to get Pitt going again.
Mm-hmm.
The Pitt Panthers got to win in college football.
Yeah.
That's a traditional powerhouse.
Yep.
And Narduzzi's there to bring it back. You gained a lot of confidence in 15, didn't you?
I never lost my confidence either. That's the biggest thing is even when bad things happen, you can't lose your confidence because that's the most, probably valuable aspect of playing quarterback. So when things started going well, just kind of helped trickle more.
Great quarterbacks, they deal with pressure, though, right?
Yes, sir.
On the field, off the field. And, I used to say, hey, don't feel pressure, apply pressure.
Yeah.
With our shifts,
Yeah.
with our motions, our jet sweeps, with our preparation, with our execution. As you said at the very beginning, you have a lot of faith.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And really, God has a plan for us anyhow.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Cut it loose, man.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
Absolutely.
My versatility, I think, is extremely valuable to me as a quarterback. You're always getting different looks on defense, and maybe you need to drive back and pass. I can move in the pocket, find those throwing lanes, but I can also take off when the defense calls for it and get a first down with my legs as well. You can run any play with me, and I'm ready to pick it up extremely quick.
Part of me feels like you're aging a little bit because when I watch you play, I see a guy that's well-trained. I see you dropping back to pass. I see play action. You're under the center. You're in the gun. You're in the pistol. They move the pocket. You're audibling. You're in the huddle. And you're getting results. One of the things that I'm just trying to point out is we can call any play we want with you.
Yes, sir.
I guess what's amazing to me now is after this debut, you're gonna change offenses again.
Mm-hmm. When adversity hits, you just got to keep grinding and just go back to work. And that's what we did with Coach Canada's offense. Our whole offense bought in to his program and what he was trying to do, and I think the results showed.
Peterman in the shotgun. He's going to shovel it. Connor gets the 2. Another jet sweep. That has been very effective every time that Pitt has run that play. They fake it and then give it to the offensive lineman. Touchdown!
What is this Canada system?
It's a lot of creativity, a lot of different things. There are some similar. We're still running power, still running zone, but it's more about kind of confusing the defense, keeping them on their heels, and they don't know really what's coming, who's eligible, confuses them, and we definitely benefited off of that.
Penn State comes to Pitt. As a kid,
Yeah.
I used to sit there on Thanksgiving weekends and wait for that game.
Yeah.
What was your mindset going into this crazy place?
Yeah, to be honest, it was I guess a controlled anger. Nobody really gave us a chance, along with the rest of our season. Basically, we went in here extremely fired up, and we were ready to go.
Here's what I saw. I saw a veteran quarterback. I saw a running back, Connor, that was on a mission, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he was on a mission.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Pitt, and it jumps off the screen. Man, look at the unbalanced formations. Look at these shifts. And what about this jet package, right?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, Peterman, that is awesome. You don't just hand it off, though. I mean, the beautiful thing of this package is you have a running back going one way and the jet sweep guy going the other,
Yes,
and
sir.
a quarterback that might keep it and throw it.
Right.
It's premier ball handling,
Yeah.
and I love it.
We got a lot of different guys getting the jets as well. So you play in this offense, you got to know that anybody can get the ball.
It's a lot to defend, man.
Yes,
And,
sir.
I don't know that any quarterback in America can pull this off. And you're loving this Canada system, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I love
Yes,
Matt.
sir.
Can you give me Canada's number so I can just call him?
We can set that up, yeah.
Does he like football like we do?
He does. He loves football.
Let me ask you this. When you're playing Penn State, wasn't this the play right here that did him in?
Shovel pass. At the 5. It's James Conner. Walks into the end zone with a touchdown. What a call.
You guys have really changed the world with this shovel pass.
Yes, sir.
And my cell phone blows up after this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally 15 messages. Did you see the Pitt game? You didn't shovel it every time.
Right.
You might hand it, keep it. I mean, but it's a shovel pass.
Right.
With some built-in operations. This can be a huge resource if used properly. The world that I come from, I think, is a similar world that you're coming from. We want to run plays into optimum looks.
That's right.
My favorite play that I ever called, I brought it to you. 1999, Kansas City Chiefs, we're coming back. We win the game on a shovel pass.
I see it.
Just red right. We called it G2. That meant the guard was pulling up at the 2-hole. And Napoleon Kaufman, he hit it, man. We could not block Derek Thomas. They were rushing up the field, so we ran a shovel pass on 3rd and 7, and that ticked them off in Arrowhead, man.
Yes, sir.
But I love the shovel pass. Double team to the backside backer. We bluffed the end.
That's awesome.
We flip it to Napoleon Kaufman, and we did damage.
That's right. Yes,
and
sir.
your job is to do that. Does that fire you up?
It does. Yep, I love it.
Now, you got a sprint protection. You got 3 receivers up there running a route.
Yeah.
This time you flip the guy the ball and he walks in. Do you have those 3 receivers running a route? Because I see you throwing it in the flat in this game. Here's the blitz coming, you see.
Sir.
Penn State has 2 free guys, and you're saying, I don't want to flip that.
Yeah.
You got to teach me what you're doing here.
Yeah, so it's more of a triple option type look. I mean, I'm keying the end first, so if the end's closing on the shovel, I can't pitch it. If, number 43 does suck on me or he blitzed right here, then 10's wide open.
So these 3 guys are running a route.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And they're assuming it's a pass.
Yes, sir.
And if the end closes,
right,
you're throwing that.
Yes, sir.
This is tremendous stuff here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this is awesome.
To have this type of win for our program right at the beginning of the season was pretty awesome for us.
It's arena football.
Yeah. Hey, just so I know, can I ask this question just so I know this, so I can explain this? How would you explain this to your team, that we're playing on a, 80-yard field? And just trust that the referees will educate us.
So the end zones will start at the 10-yard line to the typical goal line. We'll move the goal line pylons. So they will see that the pylons have been moved up.
There's no kickoffs. No
kickoffs. We're going to set the ball at the 25-yard line, which is really like the minus 15, right?
I'm glad you guys have a great feel for this.
We will. We'll get through it.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, great.
Thanks,
Coach. Yeah, great. That's great.
Are we clear on that? Okay. Last point I want to make. Everybody right now has dreams, don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that? You got to end somebody's dream. You got to take their job. You got to take their heart. Are you guys clear about this NFL shit now? We're not trying to go to the Peach Bowl. We're not trying to go to the Gator Bowl or the Bluebonnet Bowl. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.